So Virgo, this is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading for the energies leading up to the new moon coming on September 14th. This will be a new moon in Virgo. It will be at 21 degrees 59 seconds Virgo. It will be in the 14th mansion of the moon. I will put a picture of the 14th mansion so you can read about it. It's good for like finding a new love partner. It's good for overseas travel, but not really domestic travel. You can read about it and know what it's good for. This moon will also be conjunct the sun, and it will create a kite in the sky, a transiting kite. I'll put a picture of it up, what it's going to look like. It's literally a kite, okay? And that's a big grand trine with a line down it and two sextiles on the end. And it will be anchored, which is on the back side of it, anchored with Neptune and Pisces. And that's very dreamy, confusing type energy. And it's healing energy, but it's also psychic energy. But there's going to be an opposition that goes across to the moon and the sun. So this is going to be extremely psychic energy, and it's probably going to be a lot about bringing your dreams to life. And the grand trine that will be part of the kite will be in Earth. So it's going to be anchored really well. And it's going to be grounded really well. So it'll be a good time to practically make that dreamy type energy, being able to make a practical plan for it, because that's what Virgo's all about, and that's where it's going to be. And it'd be a great time to make planning, because Virgo's all about planning, detailed planning. It's all, practical planning for like a health regimen. It'd be perfect timing for that. For you, it's going to be in the first house or the 12th, I think. Yeah, first or the 12th. So it's going to be a great time for physical health. Like actually planning a regime out for it if you want to heal yourself, because this, Virgo's about healing too, and this mansion's about healing as well, because the mansion's in Virgo. Or it could be about literally changing your look, like a specific plan on how you want to look. You don't necessarily have to take action with it right now, but it's a great time for planning it out, whatever it may be. And if it's a 12th house, it's going to be spiritual, probably, like planning out like spiritual practices and making practical plans throughout your day to meditate or to, burn sage, to, do whatever rituals that you do, if you do any. And it's, a lot of psychic messages can be coming in at this time because it is anchored in, it's only going to be those houses for a Virgo if you're a Virgo ascendant, not if you're a sun or moon necessarily. If you have to look, base all that off your ascendant. This is on the bottom. It's patience, guidance, kind of creating your reality from the stuff you have around you. Let me get you a moon card, kind of get the overall flow here. Anything else I wanted to cover here? The grand trine that's in Earth will have Pluto involved with it, and we'll have on the other side of it, we're at the point it's going to be the sun and the moon in Virgo, but it'll be Pluto in Capricorn up on the top, and then on the other part of the big trine will be Uranus and Jupiter in Taurus. And it could be about making practical plans on how you want to make money, or how you want to turn a spiritual practice into making money, or how you want to turn a health regimen into making money, those types of things. Or just making practical plans in general. And it's good to have that grand trine in Earth because, Pisces, Neptune energy together is very dreamy, and they don't really kind of know boundaries. They don't really know how to set like firm foundations for anything because it's all floaty and like expansive. So, there we go. What do you need to release? Waning moon. And what do you need to release, Virgo? Looks like your question is about, it's being defensive about something or feeling stuck, right? You got the sun, 7 of Rods, and the Hangman. So your current situation is that, you may be stuck on a specific perspective and you're like not backing down off of it, regardless if you're right or wrong. And it's, people are knowing you for this. Like not like having a strong specific perspective on something or taking a side of something. And Virgos are going to be very factually based. They're very analytical. And you may be, and the question could be about, other people having those kind of, stuck opinion on something that's, very public. It could be an, opinion about religion or politics or anything like that. And it could be that people look at you as someone with a specific, and it could be, doesn't even have to be that. It could be spiritual beliefs or just any kind of like firm belief in something. And it could be that, people are like this, or you're having to be like this. And the question is, why are people being like that? Or should I be like this? Should I change my perspective on, the way I radiate to the world, or the message I bring to the world, in the way that I bring to the world, the way I bring my beliefs to the world? And saying, what do you need to release? It could be a rigid perspective on something, like a rigid opinion, or, truth, I hate to say it, most of the time is relative. It really depends on the individual. We created language. We created the definitions for the languages, right? And we use comparison to make anything true or false. And then we have to run it through our own specific filters, whether it's true or not. Now, some things, they're scientific or mathematic or something like that, due to the symbols we created to create the equations to quantify them. Yeah, you can say, well, that's fact. But again, it's a made-up language. Again, with math, you can quantify it with values. And even ancient language actually had values. If you look at the ancient Hebraic alphabet, ancient Greek, their letters actually had numeric values. And that's why when they spoke, it actually had a vibration, a specific type of vibration. And it was even supposed to be said in a specific way. And, because they understood that the word alters reality. And the word is our biggest gift. What is it that humans really have that stands out most from other creatures on the planet? Our ability to speak. I mean, you could argue that our reason is higher. Okay, that's true. But the big difference is speech. This is the current path that you're on, or one of the paths that you can choose. Some Virgos may be on this path, some on the other. Some may have a choice between either. It's looking like it's saying, three of rods, being established. This is being really established. It's having everything you need and being known for having everything you need, or maybe even inheritances. And this is, again, is being established, having everything you need and holding on to it tightly. And okay, so, that maybe this is what you need to release. Release the death grip on money. It could be that you are very about your money, very about your material situation, very much like, hey, spendthrift. I want to know everything, how it's spent. And that could be what needs to be released. Maybe don't be so, we'll have to get some quantifiers on that, because I feel like you should want to be that way, but that's my opinion. I like to, I'm not the most detail-oriented individual, but my wife is, and I'm grateful that she is, because there'd be a lot of things that got looked over if it was all up to me. I'm too much Sagittarius. This is the other path you can choose, that some of you on beyond, or may be on. It's, got judgment, the Fool, and victory. You got the Six of Rods, or being recognized, people celebrating you in some way, making some kind of final judgment, or some kind of judgment is made that's leading you on some kind of new journey that you're going to get noticed on. But I don't know what you would need to release, some kind of preconceived notion. I mean, we'll have to get clarifiers on it. I mean, we're probably going to need to look at the advice. And the advice is all about money too. Maybe it's saying if you want to get noticed, or you want to accomplish something, you have to spend money to make money. Like you're going to have to invest in some way into something. It could be some kind of inheritance that you received, right? And you're holding on to it real tight. And maybe be better to invest in something, or to create a business, make your money work for you in some way. And it's a good time for making practical plans on how to do that. The universal energies right now are backing that type of thing. This other path looks like some kind of judgment is made. It's some kind of final decision is made that's putting you on a new journey. It's something that's going to get you recognized in some way. You're going to be celebrated in some way. You're going to be victorious in some way on whatever this new journey is. Could be a court case. This could be a specific path for Virgos. It could be the paths are intertwined. It could be both. It's a general reading. It could be that you're victorious in a court case, a big one, got some big money for some reason, or some kind of judgment is made. Like I said, with Ten of Pentacles, it can be inheritance, some kind of inheritance that was given to you after a passing, or something like that. Some kind of judgment was made for your victory. Whatever this judgment is, it's going to be in your benefit. It's going to start you on some kind of new path. The advice is The advice is saying, give and take. It's saying being generous with the money that you get. You're going to get it looks like you're getting some kind of big money. There's a message of big money coming in, and it's saying be generous. Or it's you're going to receive big money. It's either, the give and take of money, or you're going to receive big money for some reason. Some kind of inheritance or something's coming to you. This kind of big money's coming. And this ain't little money. This is big money. Because look at that pinnacle. That's big money. And this is like a message coming in. This is like, I think it's saying be generous with it, or understand the give and take of money, Which for a Virgo, that should be no problem. Virgos are extremely intelligent. Arguably the most intelligent sign of the zodiac. If you base it off IQ scores. But I don't think IQ scores are everything, to be fair. With genius. I don't think genius can be measured in IQ. This is the outcome. Something that you're working on. You're showing others with the Three of Pentacles. Queen of Wands, could be you if you're cusp Leo. You have a Knight of Pentacles, which is like an offer, either you offering money in some way, because it also could be you, male or female. But it looks like the Pentacle is being offered to the Queen of Wands. So it could be somebody that you're going to offer money to, like an opportunity to create something in some way, or somebody's going to offer it to you. And that could be with this hand, this money that's coming in. And it's, you're going to use it to create something amazing, and you're going to be known for it, whatever it is that you create. But you have to release something. Maybe you just gotta see, with the three cards in the middle, it's maybe you're being really defensive and like stuck on a specific perspective in some way on how you want to be seen in the world. But I think maybe you have to let that go and just let it flow. So much money cards here. It's a lot of money cards. Now, the advice is all about give and take in money. One path is definitely some kind of inheritance or having a bunch of money in some way and being established, just being straight established. And it could be that you're worrying about that too much, being established only, that's being the whole thing of your life, having the home, having the financial stability, and then not, being very frugal or rigid on everything else and not being open to the give and take and the flow of money. Because even if you're blessed enough to get a lot of money, you can't be afraid to spend it, right? Because then you're putting fear around the idea of money, and the universe is going to respond kindly, that you're afraid of money. You're afraid of money matters, and then that's going to block out any further abundance happening. So you got to keep in the flow in the exchange. You definitely don't be afraid to spend. Don't be afraid to give. It's always good things, always. I see change on the ground. I don't care how dirty it is. I'm picking it up. I don't care if it's heads or tails. I don't care. I don't care if it's a penny or a quarter. I'm picking it up because I want the universe to know I like money. I want money. Lots and lots of money. I want the pie in the sky. I doubt any of you will know what that song is. I want to be rich, full of love, peace, and happiness. Yeah, I mean, it's like your ideas about this money. It could be, and you got the Truce card. It could be that you're getting an inheritance and like some other people were expecting it, or you're getting like a big lump sum of money for some reason, and others wanted a piece of it in some way, or coming after you wanting a piece. And like it's like, yo, make a truce, And in your head you're like, I don't want these people doing this, and I wouldn't blame you at all. But I think there's, and it's like through your gain, everybody else is going to want to. I mean, as soon as you get wealthy, people are just going to hold their hands out. It's just what happens. So whatever this chunk of money that you're receiving, or this opportunity that's coming along, there's going to be a lot of hands held out, wanting you to do it, wanting you to help them, forward. And I say that, you need to be very careful and plan accordingly. But I think there's an opportunity in there somewhere. I think someone's going to come forth with something that's like actually legit and that will actually really work out. But only you'll know what that is. But you need to at least be open to the possibilities, right? I think that's what it is. I mean, like, yeah, they're after your money, almost certainly. Or they're after something from you. That's most people are when they just kind of appear out of the blue, right? When you get something or you have some kind of new opportunity or position in life, they're like, I want a piece of that. And they just kind of appear. It's just the way it works. But there may be a situation that is a little more genuine in this, if you can find it. It's like you have what you need and you're established, but there's an opportunity coming along that you might not want to miss. Don't know what that is. Only you will know. And it looks like it's going to bring big money. Or maybe you have to make a big investment, but it's going to pay off big time. I mean, just use your intelligence, use your wit. Like, weigh the pros and cons. See if what they're saying makes sense. Check it all out, up and down. Planning is a great time for planning. Whatever that may be. It looks like there's some well-off Virgos, right? Every time I get Virgos, some kind of money coming to you. I don't know why I get that theme. There's some specific Virgo out there that I'm like tuned into, and they're like, it's coming to you. Hey, whether they've seen the video or not, there's like this specific group that they probably haven't even seen these videos, and they're like, oh well, this is all like playing out in their life right now. Kind of funny. Yeah, I always right there. Balance. There's a wish here. There's some kind of healing. Could be a healing of a financial situation, right? But it also could be a wish. Somebody's going to come to you with like their wish about, how to make money, or it's your wish on how to make money. And it could be you're on the other side of it, right? You're the one trying to, coax the investor into your big idea. And if you can manage to make that happen, if you make a practical plan, you may make it big. Because this is say be prudent. Check, you're going to want to check all the boxes, take care of all the details if you can. Well, you definitely need to, especially with this power of this moon. It says prudence, 8 of Pentacles, and this is, it's called art in this deck, but it is temperance. It's balance. It's using what's at hand to create something, mixing the energies and creating something new. Taking what's already there and making something different or better with it. And it could be that you're doing something like that. It could be people are trying to get in on your idea, your business creation, whatever this is. And it's saying that maybe, right there, maybe you should get a little help. Maybe there's someone there that can improve a little bit of what you're doing. On this other path over here, where it's like you made the final judgment, it could be against this individual. There could have been someone who's in your life. If you're on this path and you're moving forward, you may have defeated an emperor, because it looks like that emperor may have broke your heart. And you had to work hard to move on or get past it. But like now that you've made the final judgment, or the divorce has been made in your favor or whatever, or that you've made the final judgment, you decided to move on and you've worked hard to get past it, that now you're going to be seen like this. You're on your new journey now. Yeah. You had to move past that emperor, or you had to move past that kind of energy in yourself. I had to, for a long time ago. I used to be that emperor type energy. All about control, regardless of how I got it. Borderline personality, sociopathic. It took a long time for me to realize those things in myself and integrate the aspects of my personality and understand what the root causes of them were, and then, bring the fracture and close it. It's easy to talk about and say, but doing it's a whole different thing. Years and years and years of hard work. What's this advice? Yeah, if you went through a nasty divorce, I imagine it was a lot of work. But you won. You're gonna win. You're gonna come out on top. Yeah, it could have been some kind of divorce where you're getting this money, or you're getting offered, in some way, like being on the advice. Here's the Queen of Pentacles here, or Queen of Discs. And it could be with an Aries, like I said, with the Emperor up there. It could have been an Aries that you're, that's giving you this message, or this offer, or this business opportunity, right? Somehow they're disappointing you in some way. But the advice is like, even they may have been a former lover, but but it's still saying that maybe whatever opportunity they're bringing forth, like if they're from your past, it's like a lover from your past or something like that, that you got to have to kind of look past that if you want this business opportunity kind of thing. Could be an ex that comes back, they find out that you moved on up in the world, male or female, doesn't matter, and they're like, you know, I got an idea. And maybe you have, or it just could be somebody from your past, a loved one, it could be a family member. It could be that you have a specific idea about this person, but it's saying, hey, maybe you should release that idea of them and see who they've become. Maybe they've changed. You know, in the outcome, you get the Hermit. All right, so this is a great time for, you know, going inside, meditating. Right now you'd be getting the big messages for sure. You know, that's right. Some kind of new idea or some kind of enlightenment you're going to have around some money idea. And it could be with a loved one. A loved one, because you have the Lovers over here and the Two of Cups over here. It's either a former, it's like, it could be a family member, it could be a former lover, could be just someone that you had, like a great friend. It could be somebody just like really you had that kind of relationship with and that you love in some way. It's definitely somebody either you are close to or were very close to, and now they're coming back with an opportunity, or you're stepping forth to them with an opportunity. And you have to kind of figure out a way to make it work. And it's something they're probably showing you something that they've worked on. And they're like, I want you to invest. Or you're showing them something that you work on, and you're like, I want you to invest. And it's going to work out if you're ready. If you have, you know, if you take care of all the details and you plan it out just right, it's going to work out. Yeah, you have it's all about money. This is some kind of big opportunity in money. But there's also, I'm guessing it'd have to be a former lover. I guess it could be with, maybe it's, you know, your spouse. Maybe you inherited a bunch of this money and your spouse is like, yo, I got this idea or this opportunity or this thing maybe we should do. Maybe you're skeptical about it. And you're like, you know, I don't know. But maybe it's a good opportunity. If it's like your husband or wife coming with it, or like I said, a former boyfriend, girlfriend coming forth with some kind of opportunity or something maybe they mentioned before. And like maybe you didn't trust them because of what happened, but they're going to come forth with some kind of idea that actually may be good. Doesn't mean you have to be with them again like that, but you know, you can oversee them making you some big money, or they may be coming forth to you with some big money. Who knows? Something like that. I mean, there's a lot of Virgos out there. Anyway, that's all I have, Virgo. Looks like money's in the future for you. Money, money, money. Yeah. Please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. It does help the YouTube algorithm pick up on the video, and it'll share it or recommend it to more people if that is done. You don't have to if you don't want to. I'm just grateful for the view. Being here is good enough for me. Trying to get this monetized, though, so I can start making better content. Because it already takes me a long time to make 12 videos and edit them and everything. It takes like days. And I already got to work and do everything else. But yeah, that's all I have. I'm grateful for you to be here, Virgo. And, you know, I wish you luck on whatever this financial endeavor is. Happy New Moon.